Hello, everybody. Hey, OA. I'm doing good. I missed you too. I'm so sorry I couldn't get on earlier. Last time on Yoigoshi, some stuff happened, certainly. Ugh. I will say, I went into this arc pretty optimistic. Oh wow. We're getting a story in the future Namizawa, and I'm like, oh cool, look, a badass future Mion's and then we have the first half of this arc where, first of all we spend like a huge chunk of time in the car getting there, and just so much didn't happen. I should probably reserve full judgment until I finish, but because this shouldn't even be the last stream. Depending on what I'm going to do for that other bad ending, because it's supposed to be ridiculously long and mainly retreading a lot of stuff that we're probably going to get through today. Um, uh, but, yeah, the stream's on now. Hello, Jess. Welcome to the stream. I I didn't think I would feel this way about Yoigoshi getting into it, just because I don't know, Otobe is just I really like Otobe, and I am so worried. I just don't understand his logic in getting he says he's gonna ask for people's help, but when the ghost lady said she'll help him, he turns it down. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And it's apparently. I'm so sorry, Jess. That just hello, Void Dweller. And so YouTube, when I'm starting to create the stream, it always sets the time for the stream to start 18 hours from now for some reason. It doesn't let you set the time before you create it. It only lets you set the time as you're creating it. So that's why that always happens to me. And anyway, back to my thoughts on Yoigoshi. The morality here is just really, the logic and the morale, this just flies in the face of so much of the established morality in universe, not to mention lore in universe of Higurashi, with like Mion just talking about ghosts randomly, being able to apparently get ghosts to talk with people, which is completely out of nowhere, and the whole thing with Chawada and everyone just pretty much ignoring the fact that she was beaten unconscious on the daily by her husband, and basically acting as if that whole aspect of her story didn't happen. And I don't know, you guys, I want to be honest with you. I don't want to be fakely positive. You guys know, I said for Try Mawashi, I was saying, okay, this arc, I don't like it that much, and then I was pleasantly surprised by Tsukio Toshi. I thought, was actually a lot cooler than I thought it would be, and I really enjoyed it for what it was. It didn't overstay its welcome. It gave us things that, interactions that we didn't get during the main story. And, but no, this is just not clicking with me. This part that's coming up might, given that it looks like we're going to get into the action-y Mion being a badass versus the Yakuza part, which I'm actually quite hyped for. So, I'll probably have a good impression of this aspect, but excuse me, sorry. Honestly, I just think Yoigoshi has been all over the place in terms of quality. Like, again, I just want to be honest with you guys. I don't want to, like, just because, I love the When They Cry series, like Umineko especially, but I love Higurashi to death as well. And, oh yeah, the next few chapters, I'm sure, because they're going to be an all new cast completely, and they're not going to just be in one arc, but rather 3 arcs. So that'll hopefully give them some room to breathe and to develop, and we can get some nice slice of life with the new cast as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like what comes next. This part. I've been wanting to see badass Yakuza fighting Mion this entire thing. So, I've spent enough time rambling. Let's get back into it. This should be our second to last stream for Yoigoshi. Barring what I'm going to do about that other bad ending, which is supposed to be ridiculously long. I don't know why they decided to have such a huge thing for its own bad ending. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, because that would be 2 extra streams wasted on a bad ending. Oh, God. I'll think about that after this one. Let's get back to the story. We left the suicide car behind and began walking down the narrow road.
Oh?
Oh?
ここは
This is... Before long, we arrived back on a country road. Nagels did say I can skip most of it, but I don't know what to skip and what not to. I wish, damn. We're gonna have to figure that out. What can and can't, what should and shouldn't be skipped. A vivid white cloud was floating just over the horizon, and a variety of lush vegetation was spread out before us. The road continued forward with old houses along both sides. I gotta say, one thing I do appreciate is that they did so many new backgrounds just for this arc. The dilapidated Hinamizawa of the future, the abandoned town. I think that's really cool. A lot of effort. It's a village.
何寝ぼけたこと言ってるんだい
Are you talking in your sleep?
神社からここまでずっと同じ村ひなみざわ村だよ
It's familiar, yeah, but like they clearly had it way more dilapidated. It's not exactly the same. I recognize it, but it's not the same as it always has been. It's the same village we could see from the shrine. This is Hinamizawa. Sonozaki-san continued swiftly walking as she said that. Spiderwebs were stretched across a decayed wooden house. The windows were broken and glass was scattered all around.
山だの木だのを見てると気がつかなかったけど、家屋を見てるとやっぱ廃村だなって思うよな。
I didn't really notice when I was looking at the mountains and the trees, but when I look at this house, it really does look like a village. Suddenly, I remembered that I came here for work, but I was in no mood to be taking pictures. After everything that's happened here, I couldn't bring myself to think about journalism. Huh? That moment, Otobe suddenly stopped in his tracks. He was staring at a large white mansion up ahead. See, look, now this is not the... We know Keiichi's house, but look at how dilapidated it is. This is so surreal. Oh my god. Like, look at all the extra touches they put on this. Whoa.
古い家ばっかりだと思っていたらそうじゃないのもあるんだ
I was just thinking that even though these houses are really old, there's one that doesn't look so old.
おお、
Whoa.
すっげえでっかい家だな。
Now there's a humongous house.
お金持ちの屋敷って感じですよね。
I feel like someone rich must have lived there. Sonozaki-san stopped beside us, then gently gazed at the mansion. It seemed like she had completely tuned out our existence, like she was remembering something.
おい、どうしたんだ？
Hey, what's wrong?
いきなり立ち止まったりして。
You stopped all of a sudden. Even though I called out to her, Sonozaki-san didn't answer. Her eyes were gazing far off into the distance. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at this tired Mion! Oh my god! Is this a dream? An illusion? Or maybe...
早く行かねえと。
Hurry, let's go! Oh god damn it! I didn't expect Keiichi to talk! And this arc! I gave Arakawa the Keiichi voice! Oh god. Someone dressed in a school uniform slipped by my side, running like the wind. It was him.
畜生、遅刻だ。
Damn it, we're late!
早く行かねえとやべえぞ。
We need to move fast!
待ってよケイチ君。
Are you not Keiichi-kun? Oh god, the real Rena! God damn it! Oh my god, Mion is remembering. Then a girl dressed in a skirt ran by my other side. It was her. Is Arakawa seeing this?
誰が早く着くか競争だよ。
Who's gonna get there first? Is it a race?
先に自分の席に着いた人が勝ち。
Whoever gets to their seat first wins.
よーし、望むところだ。
Alright, I was hoping you'd say that.
男の体力なめんなよ。
I've got the strength of a man. Don't underestimate me! The two of them gently looked back at me and waved. They were bursting with energy, with huge smiles on their faces.
遅えぞミオン。
What's wrong, Mion?
みーちゃん、早くおいでよ。
Mi-chan, hurry up!
レナ。ケイちゃん。
Rena. Kei-chan. Right. That's right. Okay, so this is from her perspective. This is the first time it's ever switched away from Arakawa's perspective. Wait for me, Kei-chan, Rena. I'll be there soon, because I'm heading there right away.
園崎さん？
Sasaki-san! Sonozaki-san let out a quick sigh before returning to herself. She had been gazing at that mansion with a nostalgic look in her eyes for a while. She's prepared to die. Then she gently wiped the corner of her eye and turned away. Oh my god.
大丈夫ですか。
Are you alright?
ああ、悪かったね。立ち止まったりして。
Yeah. Sorry for stopping.
行こう。
Let's go. Then, Sonozaki-san took off walking at a quick pace. She said she was a resident of this village. If that's the truth, then maybe she has some precious memories of the person who lived in that house.
まあ、いいか。
Well, alright. Honestly, I was interested to learn more, but this wasn't the time. Sonozaki-san was walking at such a brisk pace, I had a hard enough time keeping up with her, let alone time to think idle thoughts. Shortly afterwards, I began to see a chain-link fence stretched along the shoulder of the road. The fence was tall, and the sharp, spear-like tips were folded towards the side. Beyond that, some rusty, tattered barbed wire was wrapped around. There were signs attached to the fence here and there. The signs were battered from exposure to the elements, so the letters were faded and hardly legible. I could just barely make out the characters for no trespassing and no entry. Apparently, they wanted to make it abundantly clear that this area was off limits.
ここって全部ミオンさんの家なんですか？
Mion-san, all of this is your house?
家っていうより敷地だね。
I wouldn't describe it as a house, so much as property.
いわゆる私有地ってやつだよ。
It's what they call a private estate.
この中は全部庭？
Everything inside there is your yard?
まさかただの敷地だよ。
Not at all. It's just property.
中には山があるだけだ。
There's nothing out there but mountains. Overcome with curiosity, Otobe restlessly scanned our surroundings. I'd be snapping photos of the entire area, if not for our current situation. Unfortunate. Before long, a magnificent fence came into view that seemed to encircle the entire mansion. This was the headquarters of the entire Senozaki clan, one of the three great families who controlled Hinamizawa in the old days. Everything surrounding the mansion boasted an intimidating facade, unashamed to flaunt the Senozaki name. Mechanical objects that almost looked like toys were plastered here and there on the wall. Perhaps those were the remnants of security cameras installed here in the past? Eventually, we reached a gate with a massive set of double doors that looked like a shrine or something.
さすが御三家
I'd expect no less from the three families.
ずいぶん立派な門構えだな
That's a rather impressive gate. The gate was decaying from exposure to the wind and rain, and spider webs were littered all around it. However, the spider web stretched across the edge of one of the doors appeared unnaturally broken. Most likely, proof that other people had been coming or going through here just a little while ago.
静かにしな。
Be quiet. After examining the spider webs in disarray, Senozaki-san leaned forward and lightly peered through the gap between the doors. Senozaki-san let out a chilling sigh before calling back to Otobe and me. She began to say "ready" in a hushed voice, like she was trying to warn us.
抜け道は園崎の森の中にある。
The secret passage is deep in the Sonozaki forest.
庭を突っ切って奥にある地下倉庫が入り口だ。
Go past the garden. The entrance is in an underground storeroom further back.
だが、ことはそう簡単じゃない。
But getting there won't be easy. Huh?
先客が待ってるんだよ。
Our guests from earlier are waiting for us. Senozaki-san gestured forward with her chin. I looked through the gap in the door as she indicated, and couldn't help but raise my voice. There were a dozen or so men dressed in black suits, all standing in a line facing this direction. As if they were just waiting for us to open the gate. Oh my god.
どうしたら
What should we do?
どうしようもない。やるしかないよ。
Oh my god. We had to have hit double digits by this point. Maybe even in Yoigoshi alone. Oh my god. It can't be helped. We just have to do it.
いやいやいや、やるって。
Do it?
安心しな。私が一人で切り伏せる。
Oh my god, this is something I gotta see. Relax. I can fight them alone.
あんたたちはここで待ってればいい。
You guys should wait here. Is Sonozaki-san planning to take them all down on her own? Isn't that totally reckless? Oh my god.
あいつらを切り伏せたところで、私はあんたたちを秘密通路まで誘導することはできないよ。
However, after I deal with them, you'll be on your own to reach the secret passage.
私は心霊を取りに行かなきゃいけないからね。
Because I need to go get that bell.
それなら僕も行きます。
Then I'll go with you.
バカおいでないよ。
Don't be absurd.
素人が丸腰で本邸に行くなんざ、むざむざ命を落としに行くようなもんだ。
Any civilian walking into the main house unarmed will be slaughtered in an instant.
でも僕はミオンさんのために何かを。
But I have to do something for your sake, Mion-san. Otobe desperately pleaded with her. Sonozaki-san looked into his eyes and smiled bitterly.
何かに命をかけたいってのはわからないでもない。
I understand why you'd want to put your life on the line.
だけどね、命には使いどころってのがあるんだよ。
However, you still have a full life ahead of you.
これは私の問題だ。
This is my problem.
私は自分で決着をつける。
So I'll settle it on my own.
ミオンさん、
Mion?
僕はあなたに会えてよかったと思います。
Mion-san, I'm glad I met you.
ミオンさんと会えたからこそこれまでのことを話せた。生まれ変われたような気がするんです。
Before meeting you, I never could have spoken about my hardships. It feels like I've been reborn.
だから約束してください。
So please, promise me this.
お願いです。
Please!
絶対にあなたこそ命を無駄になんかしないでください。
You must not, under any circumstances, throw your life away. Otobe gazed at Sonozaki-san with a serious expression. Then she responded to his desperate plea with a shrug of her shoulders and a bitter smile.
わかった。約束するよ。
All right, I promise.
あんたたちはとにかく私が作った隙をついて中に進みな。
Anyway, you guys need to advance during the gap I opened for you.
ミオンさんは
What about you, Mion-san?
私は本邸の奥の間に向かう。
I'm heading to the back of the main house.
心霊は掛け軸の裏にあるはずだ。
The bell should be behind a hanging scroll.
鍵は床の間に飾られた鞘だよ。
The lock is a decorated scabbard, sitting in an alcove.
鞘が鍵。
The lock is a scabbard?
そう。そこへこの玉はじきの刀を収めれば仕掛けが開く仕組みなんだ。
That's right. There's a mechanism that activates if the Tamahajiki sword is inserted there.
刀を台の鞘に収めれば心霊のしまってある扉か何かが開くということか。
So if you put the sword in that particular sheath, a door or something will open leading to the bell?
そうさ。掛け軸の裏に隠し扉があるはずだ。
That's right. There should be a door hidden behind the scroll.
心霊はその中だよ。
The bell is stored inside there.
扉が開いたら、私は神霊を持って森の中の地下倉庫に向かう。
Once I get it open, I'll grab the bell and head for the underground storeroom in the forest.
その中に隠し井戸があり、地下通路へとつながってる。
There's a well hidden inside that connects to an underground passage.
そこで落ち合うよ。
We'll meet up there.
はい。
Got it! Otobe responded vigorously. His rejoicing made it all the way through to my heart. Otobe was thrilled that Sonozaki-san was willing to share the details of her plan with us. This is what it's like to earn someone's trust.
Arakawa.
Arakawa?
はい。
Yes?
あんたは乙部と一緒に先に隠し通路へ行っておくれ。
You and Otobe need to head to the secret passage together.
後から追いつくよ。
I'll catch up later.
Focus.
Okay. Oh my god, he's so cute. He's getting into it. Oh my god. Sonozaki-san carefully looked over at both of our faces. For a moment, her pupils opened wide and her eyes darkened. Probably concerned about leaving this world before accomplishing her goal in life. When the light returned to her eyes, Sonozaki-san stiffened her lip.
それじゃ、行くよ。
All right, let's go! Sonozaki-san lifted the hem of her kimono and vigorously kicked the door. Wham! What? Huh. As soon as the door came open, the men in black reached for their guns and swords all at once. Oh my god! A sharp-eyed man with gray hair was standing in the middle of the group.
ここにいると知っていながら挑んでくるた。なかなか潔い。
How rather bold of you to issue a challenge knowing we were here.
さすが度胸だけは先代に引けを取らんな。
I'd expect no less from my predecessor.
元園崎家当主代行、園崎ミオン。
Former head of the Sonozaki family, Mion Sonozaki.
じゃらじゃら子分を引き連れてちゃ、大口叩いても様にならないね。
You've got a big mouth for a trifling henchman.
三船。
Mifune. The man she called Mifune twisted the edge of his mouth into a thin smile.
母さんを撃ったのはお前の仕業なんだろ？
I assume my mother's shooting was your handiwork.
先代に忠誠を尽くしてきたお前がまさか園崎家を裏切るような真似をするとはね。
You were loyal to the previous family head, so I can't believe you'd betray the Sonozaki family.
よくもまあのこのこと園崎家の敷居をまたげたもんだね。
Well, prepare yourself for the consequences of opposing the Sonozaki family!
お言葉を返すようだが、裏切ったなど言われる筋合いはない。
Allow me to counter that argument. There's no reason to say I betrayed anyone.
園崎組を締め上げるような立場、女のあんたには務まらないと進言したまでだ。
A woman like you would be ill fit to serve as the leader of the Sonozaki group. I wonder why he's saying that. Because the previous two leaders were both women, so it's not about that. Mifune's expression didn't change at all as he declared that, Sonozaki-san kept her sharp, bloodthirsty gaze firmly focused on him.
もともと私が園崎組を率いて本家を仕切るはずだったのを一番強硬に反対していたのはあんただったってね。
Originally, I was the designated family head and next in line to lead the Sonozaki group, but you were always the most strongly opposed.
私が若いだの経験がどうだのと言って。
You always complained I was young and inexperienced.
葛西から聞いたよ。あんた、父さんたちに隠れて密輸に手を染めていたんだって。
I heard from Kasai. You always tried to keep your smuggling operations hidden from my father, but your hands were stained red.
それが露見するのを恐れて、そしてその商売をさらに拡大するために、父さんと母さんを。
In order to keep it from being exposed and to expand that business, Mom and Dad had to be...
どこの三下が言ったか知らんが、言いがかりもいいところだな。
I don't know which lackey you heard that from, but it's a false accusation.
わしは組の利益を拡大して格を上げていくために最大限の努力をしてきたつもりだ。
I've been doing everything in my power to expand the profits and influence of the group.
それをおめえの親父が妬んで独占しようとした。
Your father was jealous and overly controlling.
所詮おめえたちに園崎組の看板は荷が重すぎたということだよ。
Your father was jealous and overly controlling. In the end, the Sonozaki group was overloaded with people like you.
荷が重いか重くないかは、あんたの目じゃ見抜けない。
Whether the burden is too much to bear or not is not something for you to see.
欲にくらんだ曇った目じゃ、人なんか見抜けないだろう。
Whether the burden is too much to bear or not is not something for you to see. How can people with eyes clouded by greed see anything?
おしゃべりはそのぐらいにしといた方が身のためだぞ。
You keep on talking like that out of your own self-interest.
要件を先に言わせてもらう。
But it's time to get down to business.
信礼を渡せ。
Hand over the bell. Mifune stretched out his hand and lifted the sleeve of his kimono while approaching Sonozaki-san, step by step. At the same time, the men in black slowly closed the distance between us.
わしとしても恩義のある男の娘に手荒を働くほど薄情でもねえ。
It pains me to raise a hand against the daughter of a man I served.
どこにあるのか素直に言えば命くれえは助けてやる。
To be perfectly honest, I'd rather spare your life.
どうだ
What do you say?
笑わせんじゃないよ。
Don't make me laugh.
そんなもん簡単に渡すわけないってことくらい、あんただって分かってんだろ。
You must already know. I'd never hand it over so easily.
くだらないおしゃべりはお互い時間の無駄だね。
This worthless chatter is simply a waste of both of our time. I'm okay, I'm just, yeah, I don't know why, I just have a little bit of headache. Mifune let out a strange cackle, but his eyes weren't laughing at all. Then he turned to Otobe, and with eyes like a predator stalking its prey. Fuck. Otobe's shoulders sank like he had taken a physical blow. What are you doing, Otobe? If you lose your resolve now, you won't be any help to Sonozaki-san. You'll just get in the way.
Arakawa-san.
Arakawa-san! Otobe gently grabbed my arm while calling out to me in a hushed voice. I shook off Otobe's arm and resolutely stared back at Mifune.
園崎さんをなめんなよ。
Are you making light of Sonozaki-san?
Yori.
Oh dear. On that provocation, Mifune lightly twitched his lips. And the next moment, the men in black all began to move at once. What?
まさか俺のセリフが戦闘開始の合図とか。
Jeez. No way. Did my flippant remark just trigger the battle?
荒川さん、何やってるんですか？
Arakawa-san, what are you doing? Whoa! Otobe grabbed my hand and pulled me behind the door. Immediately after that, the men in black fired 2 bullets back to back. Hold on, you gotta be kidding me! These guys don't hesitate for a moment to attack civilians? How could they be so cold-hearted? Just then... Ugh.
素人相手に茶化なんか売ってんじゃないよ。
Here we go! Don't waste your bullets on amateurs! Sonozaki-san slashed her still-sheathed sword towards the man's wrist, knocking the gun clean out of his hand. The man looked back, then pulled a knife out of his pocket. But before he could do anything more, she swung her katana into the man's neck. Oh, damn! In just 2 seconds, one man had already collapsed to the ground. Then, as the other men looked on and prepared themselves, Sonozaki-san pulled the strings on her sword bag and slowly pulled the sheathed sword from within.
上等だ。
Here we go, and the music is perfectly adept for a samurai sword battle. The finest quality.
これだけおかわりがいちゃ、私も食い散らかすより他はないね。
If anyone would like a taste, I'm happy to serve you.
ミオンさん、
Mion-san!
そこにいな。
Don't come any closer! Otobe began to step out from behind the door, but stopped the moment he heard Sonozaki-san's commanding voice. That moment, she pulled the Tamahajiki sword from its scabbard, and the blade glistened in the sunlight. She stood in an unconventional stance with the sword held underhanded, which seemed to leave many openings. However, she gazed forward with a piercing glare, far too terrifying to easily take advantage of the opening.
上品にはできないよ。
I can do this elegantly.
死んでも恨まないやつだけかかってきな。
If you don't want to die, don't come any closer. Woo! Oh my god! Here we go! She was filled to the brim with overwhelming determination. How was she able to hide all that energy in that slender body of hers?
この
Damn you!
てめえ
Bitch! Undaunted, the men all left towards Sonozaki-san at once. However,
遅いんだよ。
too slow. Oh yeah! The men collapsed to their knees, then down to the ground. Blood was pouring out everywhere I looked. It was clear as day that this was a battlefield. However, their fighting spirit gradually waned after a few skillful blows from steel with the speed and sharpness to cut through bone. Damn! Alright, we are having a full-on bloodbath freaking battle. Oh my god. Kiryu, you are not, because you're actually killing people. Oh my god.
くらえ
Take that! As the men in black pressed on, armed with knives, Sonozaki-san let loose with her katana. She took one down with a sweep of her leg, then sliced into his stomach. Oh my god! There were at least 10 men in black, but in the blink of an eye, they were falling to the ground one by one. Some were still twitching on the ground, unable to rise to their feet. Of course they didn't bother moving. The shock from those sword attacks and the fear of Sonozaki-san would make it impossible to rise up. They were defeated in an instant. The people who fell to the ground in a flash immediately realized the difference in their ability. Amazing. Absolutely amazing! This many opponents really isn't a problem at all for Sonozaki-san. She had this much spirit. In the clash of spirit and energy, Sonozaki-san claimed total victory. I'd expect no less from the future head of the Sonozaki family. I couldn't take my eyes off her dance of swords. And two other people gazed at her with eyes just like mine. Otobe, and the other man over there, Mifune.
あの人数を相手にひるむどころか果敢に立ち向かい確実に切り伏せていく
It's certainly bold and badass of you to fight your way through so many enemies.
命までは奪わずだが確実に相手の動きを封じ込めていく冷静で的確な攻撃
With calm, precise attacks that unquestionably cut off their movement, you don't deprive them of their lives.
さすがだな園崎ミオン
As expected of Mion, Sonozaki. Huh.
感心してないであんたもかかってきたらどうなんだい
Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, Dio. Oh my god! If you're that impressed, why not come closer? Then I can go muda da 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 da! Oh my god!
そこにかかしみたいに突っ立ってもうおじけづいたか
Instead of standing petrified over there like a scarecrow.
とんでもね
Don't be absurd.
えただ敵でも優れた相手には敬意を表すのがわしの主義でな
However, it is one of my principles to show respect for outstanding opponents. Oh, that's Mifune, sorry. Don't be absurd. However, it is one of my principles to show respect for outstanding opponents, even enemies.
頃合いならお相手して信ぜる
You do make a suitable adversary.
その頃合いってのはもうすぐかもしれないね
Suitable? You won't be saying that for long! After saying that, Sonozaki-san took a look around. Among the men in black, only one was still standing. What? The man called Mifune must not have expected her to have taken care of so many minions all on her own. His eyes were opened wide in shock. And on top of that, even after such an extraordinary battle, she wasn't even out of breath. Goo! Huh?
逃げちまったのかだらしない
Are you enough of a coward to run? Mifune spat out in disgust and turned and ran. After that, the one remaining man in black approached Sonozaki-san with his fangs exposed, armed with a wooden sword.
ってことはあんた一人だね
What do you expect to accomplish on your own? Sonozaki-san held her sword towards the man in black. Then,
すみませんでした
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. He must have realized what we already knew. He tossed his wooden sword aside and dropped to his knees, rubbing his forehead in the ground. He gave in all too soon and brought this confrontation to a miserable end.
許してくれ頼む
Please, forgive me! Please!
この通りだ
You were right!
何の真似だい
What is this performance?
俺がバカだった
I was an idiot!
その先ミオン当主様に歯向かうなどと本当に浅はかだった
Mion Sonozaki, you're the true head of this family. It was shallow of me to think otherwise.
申し訳ない。頼む。この通りだ。
It was inexcusable, but I'm begging you. You were right!
どうか許してください。
Please forgive me! Sonozaki-san looked down at the man for a while, before letting out a dejected sigh, and then she lowered the sword she was holding. Very well. Life is precious after all.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much!
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Thank you! Thank you! The man in black continued exaggeratedly rubbing his forehead against the ground. It felt like I was watching the same scene over and over. After coldly glaring at that pathetic plea for mercy, Sonozaki turned away.
すげえや、園崎さん。
That was amazing, Sonozaki-san!
よかった、ミオさん。
Thank goodness. Mion's back.
無事で。
We made it through safely. Just after he muttered that. Oh God! Huh? Sonozaki-san's body shook as the gunshot rang out. Oh no! Sonozaki-san! If I hadn't been running just a step behind her, I probably wouldn't have been able to catch Sonozaki-san. I reached for the banding around her kimono sash, struggling to support her body as her head helplessly collapsed into my shoulder. And Sonozaki-san's bright white socks were stained deep red. Oh my God. Where was she shot? At the same time, she coughed out a pile of blood, dyeing my shirt deep red. Looking back, the man in black who should have been begging on the ground was pointing a gun straight towards Sonozaki-san.
ほんと浜ちゃんだな。
Really, you're too soft.
だからあんたは当主にはなれねえのさ。
That's why you're unfit to be the next head.
貴様。
You bastard!
命は大事にするもんだと。
Life is precious.
笑わせんじゃねえや。
Don't make me laugh.
そんな生ぬるいこと言って極道が務まるかってんだ。
That weak attitude is unfit for a gangster. I heard him say Gokudo, aka Yakuza.
俺たちはやるかやられるかの世界で生きてんだよ。
We live in a killer be killed world. You bastard. Sonozaki-san's face was quickly growing pale, and her breathing sounded far more fragile than earlier. It seemed like it pained her just leaving her throat. The man in black watched her agonizing expression, and then smiled.
親が親ならこの子だな。
Like mother, like daughter.
同じ手に引っかかりやがって。
Both fell by the same hand. Oh my God. I immediately understood what he meant by that. It's him. The man who carried out Mifune's orders and shot Sonozaki-san's mother, Akane-san, was standing right before us right now.
よくもこの
How dare you! Huh? When Otobe tried to rush out in anger, Sonozaki-san used all the strength in her body to pull him back.
ミオンさん
Mion-san!
決着を自分でつける。
Oh my god. I'll settle this on my own.
決着ならもうついてんだよ。
It's already been settled.
お前の母親を撃ったこの銃で引導を渡してもらえるんだ。
When Otobe tried to rush out in anger, Sonozaki-san used all her strength in her body to pull him back. Mion-san! And then she says, I'll settle this on my own.
ママとお揃いで嬉しいだろ。
Wouldn't it be great to see Mama again? Oh my god. The man in black once again held the gun up, with his finger on the trigger, and the muzzle was aimed straight at her chest.
鬼は鬼らしく、地獄の門番でもしてな。
Demons belong beyond the gates of hell!
死ねえ、その先ミヨン。
Die, Mion Sonozaki! The finger holding the trigger moved. Ah! Otobe, did you... Oh my god. A bullet burst from the gun and flew straight towards Sonozaki-san. It was like watching in slow motion. Sonozaki-san didn't stir. She waited there as the lead-colored bullet approached. I could see the approaching bullet reflected in her clear eyes, under her long glossy eyelashes, and then... Oh my god! Sonozaki-san pushed herself away from my body with surprising strength, took the katana in hand, and swung down vertically in a flash. Damn, she has some anime sword skills! What the fuck did you study? Freaking Hitan Mitsurugi style! My god! I heard a dull sound. It was like witnessing a miracle. Nobody could say a word. The bullet fired by the man in black was split in two! Oh my god! Yup! Mion knows Hitan Mitsurugi style. Then a flash of light emanated from the sword. Whoa! The man in black bent backwards and fell to the ground on the spot. Sonozaki-san approached the man in black as he lay in an unsightly pose on the ground, with her footsteps swaying as she went. Then she kicked his side with her toe, but the man in black didn't move at all. Listen to this badass OST!
この刀はね、
This sword.
個人が合戦の折、鉄砲の弾をも切り伏せたって伝えられてんだよ。
I'm told that ancient warriors use this sword in battle to slice through bullets.
ただの刀だったら、あんたの勝ちだったのにね。
My god, what is that sword? That sword must offer quite a few buffs on it. Like, what is that? Freaking, it offers deflect? Like, freaking plus, like, 20 speed or something? Jesus Christ. If this was simply a normal sword, you would have won. He didn't respond. Was the man even able to hear what Sonozaki-san said? There was no way to know. Otobe and I were both absolutely dumbfounded. That's why it's called the Tamahajiki, or repelling sword. It doesn't simply repel bullets, it slices them in half. My god, when was this forged? It couldn't have been forged more than a couple of hundred years ago. Sonozaki-san noticed Otobe and I staring, and turned to each of us in return with a reassuring smile. But as soon as she did, Sonozaki-san's body began to sway, and then she fell to her knees. Sonozaki-san! However, Sonozaki-san gripped the handle of her sword like a cane and used it to climb to her feet. Then we began walking towards the exterior hallway of the main building. No, it might have been more accurate to say we advanced at a crawling pace. By the time we managed to crawl here, the bright red blood splatter on her clothes had faded to a faint stain.
Mion-san!
Mion-san! No way! It can't be! Never in my life had I encountered a scene that so perfectly suited the word gruesome. Even after spilling so much blood, Sonozaki-san was still pressing on. An ordinary person wouldn't even be conscious under these circumstances, much less still moving around. She was far too persistent. Sonozaki-san was desperately trying to prevent the Sonozaki family from splitting apart and withering. That's enough. I'll give it everything I've got and do whatever I can. You can leave the rest to me. Inside my heart, yes, I was saying as much to her. And yet, Sonozaki-san showed no sign of ceasing her crawl forward. That was her strength, her willpower, her determination. Mion-san! Please, stop moving! Otobe cried out and clung to Sonozaki-san's back, hoping to hold her unreasonable advance, and then he grabbed her by the hand. Otobe. Sorry. Could I ask you a small favor? Huh? Her hands were trembling and stained red with blood. Sonozaki-san clenched the handle of the sword in her hands, then gently held it out toward Otobe. Oh my god! With this... With this sword, the bell.
Mion-san!
Mion-san! Her words sounded distant, but I could hear them clearly. Everything until now was done to bring the Tamahajiki sword here, and now she's entrusting it to Otobe. In other words, Sonozaki-san no longer had the strength to do it herself. In other words, Sonozaki-san no longer had the strength to do it herself.
Mion-san!
Mion-san! Sonozaki-san held the handle in her slimy, bloody hands and firmly placed it into Otobe's hand. Then he held his breath and listened to her speak.
妹がここへ来る。
Shion is alive. No way, Mion can't die. Are you kidding me? Bad. No way, she's not gonna die. Is she? Oh, please say she's not gonna die. Oh God. My sister will arrive here soon.
私にそっくりだから
She
す
looks
ぐにわかる。
just like me, so you'll know right away.
心霊をそいつに
Give her the bell.
ミオンさん喋らないでください。
There's the train. Mion-san, please don't say anything more.
わかりましたから。もう大丈夫ですから。
I understand. It'll be all right.
最後の最後
In my vital moments,
に面倒なことを頼んですまないね。
I'm only creating more trouble for you. I'm sorry.
必ず心霊を見つけ出して妹さんに渡します。
Believe me, I'll find that bell and give it to your sister.
約束します。
I promise.
ありがとう。
Oh my God. Thank you.
面倒ついでにもう一つ
I have one more favor to ask. Sonozaki-san's voice was getting faint and hard to hear. Otobe brought his ear close to her lips to make sure he didn't miss anything. But just then...
やばいぜ。おい。
Hey, watch out! That didn't sound like a siren. That's not a police car. Another wave of enemies from the Sonozaki group. I dashed over to the gate and closed the door just by the skin of my teeth. I could hear gunshots coming from the other side, but the walls were far too thick to be penetrated so easily. That ought to buy us some time, but even so, I could hear the sound of many footsteps echoing, and someone was barking out orders, angry, violent shouts full of murderous intent. If we don't make it to that secret passage, they're going to kill us!
行ってください、荒川さん。
Arakawa-san, please go!
何言ってんだよ。お前は。
What are you saying?
僕は心霊を取ってきます。
I'll go get the bell. Otobe clenched the bloody sword and rose to his feet. Oh my God. Sonozaki-san was no longer moving. This is what she meant by that she would be with them soon. Oh, she really did mean she was gonna die. That fact shocked me so hard. My whole body froze for a moment. But there was no longer any time to waste on sentimentality. Are you fucking kidding me?
お前、いくらなんでもそれは無謀だぜ。
That's reckless. There's no way you can do it.
今、新しい追っ手が来てるんだ。
No way, no way. When Shion arrives, she's got to take her to the hospital or something. Another batch of enemies is on the way.
さっさと逃げないと、俺たち。
We need to escape as soon as...
荒川さんは行ってください。
Arakawa-san, please go.
お前は。
What about you? Otobe shook his head and bit his lip. Then he put his strong will into words that came overflowing from his lips.
ミオンさんは命をかけて果たそうとして果たせなかったことを僕に託してくれた。
Mion-san, put her life on the line. in order to accomplish this. And when she couldn't do it, she entrusted it to me.
僕は何としても果たしたい。
I will do what she asked, no matter what it takes.
僕を信じてくれたミオンさんに僕は答えたい。
Mion-san believed in me, so I have to pay her back.
乙部
Otobe. I understood how much it pained Otobe. For the longest time, Otobe wanted to know, why is he here? Why was he born? They'd only known each other for a single night, but humans do embrace a feeling akin to respect when another human places their trust in them. How heavy did that weigh on Otobe? I gazed into Otobe's eyes, then firmly nodded. Otobe nodded back, then ran towards the back room. Then I turned my eyes toward the gate once more. The harsh sound of heavy impacts against the door echoed through the room. They were likely to break through any moment now. My senses have gotten a lot sharper since I came here. What have I been doing in the city all this time? While walking through life as a rider, somewhere along the way I lost faith in my own talents. When things didn't go well, I get desperate. I may not be as popular a writer as I boast to be, but it's something to do. I've been feeling lost for a while about whether if it's the right thing for me. Many times now I've thought about living another life. However, I was abundantly aware that I was living a decent life, and simple calculation indicated it was not worth the risk. But Sonozaki-san was so passionate. If all human beings are born to fulfill some purpose, then I want to serve my purpose as well. There's no need to search for what that is. There's no need to get lost, to fret over which way is right, or to worry about what would be easiest. Just face the things in front of you with all your strength. If I can just live my life that way, it must have been fate that brought me to Hinamizawa. Using my father's Hinamizawa interview tapes gave me a foothold that allowed me to step forward. And thanks to the people I met here, my eyes have opened. How could I leave the village that evoked these feelings in me without doing something to return the favor? I'm sure I can keep being an occult writer from now on. But instead of just focusing on the hatred and resentment, I'll pull the breath of the people who lived here into words and chronicle their lives on their behalf. I'll write about Hinamizawa, and I'll find a second and third Hinamizawa out there. See now, this works for Arakawa. This totally works for Arakawa. For him. It doesn't work as well for the other two. I've decided. The only reason I even had the opportunity to consider all this was Mion Sonozaki. It was all you. She entrusted us with a wish. She put her life on the line, so let's show her what we can do. At times like this, you need conviction. Otobe, wake up! Wait up, I should say. I started running toward the back room. I reached the back room in no time at all. The sliding door was wide open. When I gently looked inside, I saw a white-haired man dressed in a kimono, staring at the doorway with a gun in hand. Mifune. Now you guys are gonna get your chance at a showdown. That man must be Mifune. And his gun was pointed towards the floor. Otobe! What? A wall scroll was laying on the floor, with a scabbard resting underneath. The Tamahajiki sword was still inside the scabbard, and beyond the scroll was a cupboard with its doors wide open. And Otobe was grasping a heavy nickel bell in his hand. That's the bell! Suddenly, Mifune noticed me and turned back. This is no place for amateurs! If you hand it over nicely, quietly, I'll pretend I didn't see anything. Otobe turned towards the wall scroll instead of looking back at him, and his body was trembling. The shiny black muzzle of Mifune's gun filled the room with a tense atmosphere. Knowing that he could fire at any moment.
Otobe.
Otobe. My pathetically quiet voice quavered in fear. Hand it over. If I didn't have the courage to speak up, just give him the bell, Otobe. If you hand it over, your life will be spared. If I could just say that, all this tension could be released, but didn't have the nerve to say it. Now Mifune was standing in the room with his muzzle aimed directly at Otobe. Even if I try to persuade Otobe, if I speak up now, I'll be his new target. If that were to happen, I'd be completely at his mercy, but if not, I'd simply be an outsider. In other words, I can still continue being just a bystander at this stage. It's important to be safe, and it'll be all for nothing if you die, so just give him the bell. Isn't it absurd to throw your life away on behalf of a woman you only just met yesterday? You have to recognize what's important. This isn't the place to abandon your life. I firmly turned my eyes toward Otobe, continuing to persuade him in my mind. Toss him the bell and run, Otobe.
嫌です。
No! Otobe slowly turned towards me in anticipation. Not Mifune. The person Otobe chose to face was me. I was probably even more surprised by Otobe's courage than Mifune was. I was probably even more surprised by Otobe's courage than Mifune was.
Otobe.
Otobe! When did he warm up to me? How long did it take to foster that growth? At the very least, when we first met, we didn't matter to one another. What matters is how deeply he was able to impact my life. Even people I'd known for over 10 years, I'd be able to sweep them aside. But Otobe was different. Whether or not to continue associating with Otobe wasn't the problem. He's the ultimate pacifist. He couldn't even kill himself. But I might be really starting to like the guy. So quickly, Arakawa! You changed your mind. You hated his guts for absolutely no reason before. He was living his life on his own merits, not for others. I, on the other hand, don't know how to change jobs or how I'm going to live my life in the future. Balancing the two of us on the scales of reasoning, I came to Inamuzawa looking for a convenient answer. Well, Otobe came here to commit suicide. How on earth could we be so different? But Otobe was determined to protect this bell with his life, so I'll support him. I've decided I'm going to overcome my weakness. That's what Sonozaki-san was telling me. The important thing isn't the end result, or the theory, or how cool you look. What's truly important is to fight seriously.
そうかい。
Is that so?
なら仕方がない。
What a way to end to get to pseudo ending of Yoigoshi. Seriously, what a way to get through this. Then it can't be helped.
あの女の後を追うがいい。
If you want to follow that woman. Ah! I uttered a bizarre cry and leapt out at Mifune without hesitation. Whoa! Surprised by my unconventional battle cry, I was able to get in close with a desperate attack and smack the gun out of Mifune's hand. It rolled down to the tatami floor. Otobe!
そいつを持って逃げろ
Grab that and run!
早く
Hurry!
やろう
You bastard! Mifune mercilessly punched me in the jaw. He was far stronger than he looked. My beautiful glasses were blown right off, and the pain ran through my nose as it started to bleed. But my will didn't weaken. In fact, it grew stronger, so I clung to Mifune. Once I got hold of Mifune, I sunk my teeth into the old, frail skin of his neck. This was no longer a struggle. It was a legitimate fight.
なんだこいつ
What is this?
オトメ
Otobe.
行け行け
Run! Run!
行け
Run!
荒川さん
Herko-san! After witnessing that, Otobe finally started running. However, bang. In addition to the handgun by his feet, Mifune had another gun hidden in his other hand. Oh my god.
クソクソ
Damn it! Damn it! Mifune used all the strength in his body to smack me in the forehead with the gun barrel. I felt dizzy, and the world around me grew dark.
オトメ
Otobe. I tried to run, but what's this? My body can't move. I fell down to my knees and used both my hands to support my body on the floor. I have to keep going. I have to protect Otobe. However, both my arms were too weak to support my body, so I fell face down onto the floor.
荒川さん
Herkawa-san!
さあ神霊を渡してもらおうかな
No. Hand over the bell. Otobe stood still, clutching the bell in his hand. Run, Otobe!
荒川さん
Herko-san! The moment Mifune pulled the trigger, his whole body shook violently. Someone else shot him. Is it Shion? Then Mifune bent back and collapsed to his knees on the ground.
何が
What? Standing behind Mifune was a woman dressed in a kimono holding a katana. Damn, Mion! Hair down now! The woman who should have been dead, Mion Sonozaki. I knew she was alive! Oh my god. And with that, I just have to go to the bathroom briefly. Now that we've done that, I will do the next chapter, by the way, so don't worry. I'm definitely gonna do the next chapter, but I am just gonna go to the bathroom in a flash. Oh, that is Shion. Nice of the name tag to spoil that for me. So Mion is actually dead, son of a bitch. Oh my god, jeez. Shion, damn. You're still keeping the hair thing even after all this time. Oh my god. She looks just as tired and worn down. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. See you very soon, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that brief intermission. But yeah, we're definitely going to be doing both of these chapters. For sure. So yeah. Oh, good. We've only gone. It's only been an hour and 20 minutes. Okay. So yeah, we'll go a little over 2 hours today, but it should be fine. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this chapter is around the same length as the other one. This should be the This is actually the last chapter of Yoigoshi. So yeah, next time we're gonna do a bunch of epilogue stuff, and you're right. Oh wow! So we are gonna end, quote unquote, end Yoigoshi today, but next time we're gonna do a bunch of epilogue stuff, and we'll probably do that other bad ending. All right, cool. So the end of the main stories today, then. All right, let's get on with it. The final chapter of Yoigoshi. Yeah, these are lovely sprites, Jess.
Mifune.
Mifune. Okay, Oe, I'll see you later. Sonozaki-san had a katana in hand, and her mouth was stained red with blood. Mifune was collapsed on the floor, not moving at all.
Mion-san!
Mion-san!
Mion-san! 無事だったんですね。
Mion-san! Mion-san, you're safe!
よかった。本当によかった。
Thank goodness. Really, I'm so glad! Oh god, he doesn't know.
園崎さん
Sonozaki-san. In my hazy state of consciousness, I could see Sonozaki-san's strong-willed eyes gazing down at me. Her expression was cold, cruel, like she was looking down at a lesser being, with a lonely glimmer in her eyes. No, that's not quite it. If anything, it was the callous gaze of someone looking at a total stranger.
園崎さん
Sonozaki-san?
貴様らよくも親分を
You assholes, how dare you! Just then, several men in black suits came into the room all at once. Oh no. These are the reinforcements Mifune called earlier. Whoa!
やるしかないね。
We just have to do it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Shion! I am determined to steal the spotlight from my sister in every reality! Sonozaki-san readied her katana. In the blink of an eye, a dozen men in black rushed into the back room. And when they saw Mifune collapse by the doorway, the flames of hatred burned in their eyes.
親分
Ooh, boss!
てめえらよくも親分を
You bastards! How dare you hurt the boss?
この野郎ただで帰れると思うな
Hey,
よ
you jackasses won't get off easy for this. Sonozaki-san said nothing in response. She just continued gently looking forward with her hand on the sword. Huh? Huh? Something is different. I don't know what it is, but something is different.
行くぜ
Let's go!
伏せな。
Get down. The very moment the men in black gave their signal, Sonozaki-san turned back to us. So we followed her order. Almost at the exact moment, the men in black fired at us all at once. Sonozaki-san reached for the scroll on the floor, tossed it at the men in black to disrupt their firing, and then hid in the gap behind the backroom sliding door.
逃がすな絶対に殺せ
Don't let them escape! Kill them all! The men in black started firing indiscriminately. However,
下手くそだね。
terrible handiwork.
弾の無駄だよ。
You're wasting your bullets! Sonozaki-san emerged from behind the sliding door to strike at them one by one. Oh my god! Shion! Oh my god, this is definitely Shion. Look at that smirk. Look at that lipstick. This is definitely Shion. Over here. Heads up! Come on, aim better! Just as I thought, something was definitely different. Her fighting style was different, her atmosphere was different, but I couldn't understand why. The next moment, as I stared at Sonozaki-san and pondered that, a cold thought suddenly struck at me. Yeah! The barrel of a gun. Just as I looked back, I heard the click of a trigger being drawn. Oh no, this is bad. Huh? But when the gunshot rang out, the man in black was the one blown away. Miyuki-chan, you're back! Oh my god. Ryunosuke-san, are you alright? When I looked in that direction, the person holding the gun was Miyuki-chan.
Miyuki-chan?
Miyuki-chan. Miyuki-chan rushed over to me with her smoking gun still in hand. Then she held her gun up and aimed at the men in black one by one as if to shield me. Ryunosuke-san, head that way! Right. What? Miyuki-chan thrust me away and continued fighting back. Then the gunshots grew even more intense. The number of bullets in flight escalated in a flash. And Miyuki-chan wasn't the only one responsible for that. After a quick look, I noticed several men dressed in suits. Every last one of them must be a police officer. The men in black and the police officers were having an intense gunfight. Honestly, the police officers seemed shocked that the situation required so much gunfire. If ordinary people like Otobe and I poked our heads out, we'd be shot dead in an instant. The spectacle was fit to be called a battlefield, yet there's no fucking tech background. There we go. Keep it on these awesome splash CGs. I'd much rather see this in the background of the fight description than pure black. After cutting off their movements, god damn it, Miyuki-chan boldly rushed towards the men in black. Bullets struck the ground by her feet and bounced across the tatami floor, but Miyuki-chan courageously pushed forward, still skillfully took cover, and then quickly fired her pistol several times. Ha! You good-for-nothing lowlives don't stand a chance!
Miyuki-chan?
Miyuki-chan? It was hard to imagine that trash talk coming from someone with a face like hers. And when I looked more carefully, I noticed that none of the bullets Miyuki-chan and her cohorts were firing struck in positions that would cause fatal injuries. My god, what is she, freaking Kira Yamato here? That precision shooting was to be expected of true professionals. An unskilled opponent would simply kill them, but an expert could cut off their movements. It sounded like reciting phrases from some book, but Sonozaki-san and Miyuki-chan deserve to be called experts. The door! Close it! Got it! My eyes were fixated on Miyuki-chan's magnificent battle as she roared that out. I rushed to close the sliding door, but was it really alright to leave her there alone? Otobe ducked into the corner next to me to escape the bullet storm. Then I noticed a kimono sleeve right next to him. It was Sonozaki-san. Sonozaki-san, what about your injury?
Sonozaki-san?
Sonozaki-san?
あんた誰だい
Who are you? Huh?
やだな。俺は荒川ですよ。
No way. I'm Arakawa.
荒川龍之介です。何の冗談ですか?
Ryunosuke Arakawa. What is this, some kind of joke?
荒川龍之介
Ryunosuke Arakawa. I knew it. This Sonozaki-san was different somehow. What the hell?
もしかしてあなたが
Could it be? Or you?
ミオンさんの妹のシオンさん。
Mion-san's sister. Shion-san? Huh? As soon as Sonozaki-san heard that name, she suddenly looked up. But the absent-minded gaze in her eyes gradually returned to normal.
どうしたんです？
What's wrong?
大丈夫ですか？シオンさん。
Shion-san, are you alright?
シオン
Shion.
その名前は20年前に捨てたはず。
I abandoned that name 20 years ago.
なんでその名前をあんたたちが？
How do you know that name? Huh?
あんたその名前を誰から？
Who told you that name?
っていうか私どうしてここにいるの？
And more importantly, what am I even doing here? Huh? It was our turn to be completely stunned. Could it be... Did Sonozaki-san lose her memory from the shock of being shot? Wait, what is going on here? As Otobe anxiously stared at Sonozaki-san, he suddenly remembered he was holding the bell.
そうだ。これミオンさんが。
Right, here you go. Mion-san said...
シオンさんは必ずここへ来るから来たら渡すようにって言われました。
Shion-san will definitely come here. And told me to give this to you.
ミオン
Mion!
そんなバカな！
Don't be ridiculous.
お姉はもう20年以上前に死んでるよ。
What the fuck? Sis has been dead for over 20 years. Then who killed all those Yakuza?
それってどういうこと？
What is that supposed to mean? Huh?
おいおい
Wait a minute. Otobe and I turned to one another. After all, Mion Sonozaki was already dead. Nani? But if that was the case, then who was the woman standing before us that looked just like Mion Sonozaki?
おいオトベ
Hey, Otobe. Was she a ghost the whole time? But then how did she kill the Yakuza?
もしかして俺たちが会ってたのは幽霊だったんじゃ
Could it be that the person we met was actually a ghost? Holy shit. But then how did she fight the fucking Yakuza? As a ghost.
やめてくださいよ荒川さん。
Cut it out, Arakawa-san.
こんな時に変な冗談を言わないでください。
There's no time to be making weird jokes.
現にほら足だって。
Take a look, she has legs. Otobe slowly backed away from the woman that looked like Sonozaki-san. Indeed, she did have legs, but there were no traces of the massive blood flow draining from her chest earlier, and her feet should have been stained black from stepping through the pools of blood. But her skin was clear and oddly beautiful.
どういうことだよ
What's the meaning of this?
あ
I don't
わか
know.
りません。これって一体。
What on earth is this? Just then, Shion-san gasped and looked up, like she had remembered something.
そうだ
That's right.
私はお姉に導かれてこのひなみ沢に来たんだ。
I was guided to Hinamizawa by my sister. The night before last, I had a hard time sleeping. I tossed and turned, falling asleep and waking up over and over until suddenly I felt something by my bedside and opened my eyes. It was my sister. Mion was standing there.
シオン、
Shion.
ひなみ沢へ行きなさい。
I guess this is the young Mion voice. Shion, go to Inamizawa.
何？
What?
おねえ、それってどういうこと？
Sis, what do you mean?
ひなみ沢に何があるっての？
What's in Inamizawa?
行けばわかるさ。
If you go, you'll understand.
あんたが今必要としているものがそこにある。
What you need right now can be found there.
園崎の跡目。みんなに認めさせなきゃまずいんでしょ。
You want everyone to recognize you as the Sonozaki successor, don't you?
どうしてそれを？
How did you? My eyes were opened wide in shock as I went to ask Mion for more information. However, Mion just flashed me a beaming smile and said, "Good luck," before vanishing into my dreams. Mion and everyone else died in the Great Finale. That's what I thought! Naturally, I was hospitalized for a while to cope with the mental shock. However, Keiichi Maibata died shortly after that, which only made my mental state deteriorate even further. The curse of Uyoshida-sama killed Kei-chan too. That means the next target of the curse is me? Is the curse gonna kill me just like him? Am I gonna die? The fear of some invisible threat continued to plague me every single night. It got so bad that even the doctors had given up on me. Naturally, people tried to seize that opportunity, and a conflict developed within the family. After Mion's death and the disaster, they agreed that I would take her place. In other words, oh my god! They reversed the frickin' switch! Oh my god! They reversed the switch! Holy shit, that's insane! They told everyone Shion was the one who died. But I was still in an unhealthy state, so those people started complaining that even I wasn't fit to be the successor. Of course, they stubbornly refused to listen. But it was certainly annoying having no control over it. The day Sis appeared before me was a day like that. At first, I ran away screaming and crying, constantly begging for forgiveness. Don't kill me. Help me. No, I don't want to die. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But when I was like that, Sis, Mion, quietly spoke to me.
父さんと母さんを助けるんだ。さっさと目覚めな、園崎ミオン。
Mom and Dad will help you. So hurry and wake up. Sonozaki Mion! Huh? Was that Sis just now?
今はあんたがミオンなんだよ。こんなところで膝抱えて震えてる場合じゃないだろ。
You're Mion now. So what are you doing shivering and clinging to your knees in a place like this?
勝手だとは分かってるよ。あんたにもっともっと辛い思いをさせることになるってことくらいよく分かってるつもりだ。
I know that it's selfish.
でも
I
あんた
understand.
にしかできないんだよ。
That was a long ass pause. I understand how much it hurt. But only you can do this. Sis.
だからあんたに返すよ、ミオンを。
Oh my god, they undid the great switcheroo.
頼んだよ、ミオン。私の分まで。
So, let me return the name Mion to you. Please, Mion, take my place. At that point in time, Shion died, and I brought Mion back into the world. Damn, this is some straight up Umineko shit right here. At any rate, I decided to head to Hinamizawa by myself the next day, expecting some revelation or something. But I guess my movements were being monitored, I was attacked by one of Mifune's cars along the way. Still, even with them giving chase, I managed to get away. Oh my god! My car crashed through the guardrail and plunged to the bottom of the valley. Fortunately, I landed close to Namizawa, and thanks to the abundant foliage, I was able to avoid any major injuries. But the shock of the fall did cause me to faint.
それじゃあ、もしかして今まで僕たちが一緒にいたのはシオンさんに憑依したミオンさんの霊。
Oh, what the? Oh my god! Holy shit! Then, could it be the person around us all this time was actually Shion-san? Possessed by Mion-san's spirit?
そんなことって。
Seriously?
ありえるんじゃないか。
Could that be possible?
このひなみ沢ならさ。
I mean, they've seen ghosts already. All bets are off. Well, they've heard ghosts. This is Hinamizawa after all. It was certainly hard to believe, but I completely understood how Otobe felt. And I felt like I could believe it. This is Hinamizawa, the place where the dead dwell. Like that time with Shiwada-san, and again with Otobe. It's not strange at all for things to happen that defy common sense. That's right. Mion-san died over 20 years ago, in the school hostage incident. But even though her body was destroyed, her heart never died. One of the reasons Mion Sonozaki's soul lingered in this world was to protect her sister. For those with a strong will, a powerful impression is left behind even in death. The persistence me and Sonozaki showed, even after death, after witnessing that. I felt I could understand how her heart could remain, even after her body was destroyed.
園崎さんは一族の一大事にいても立ってもいられなかったんだろう。
Sonozaki-san knew that it would be a major affair to unify the family.
だからあんたをひなみ沢へ呼んだ。
That's why she called you Hinamizawa.
あんたが探していた園崎家の跡目を継ぐための家宝、神霊のありかを教えるためにな。
She sent you to find the heirloom necessary to succeed the Sonozaki family. She was trying to show you that the bell was here.
おね
Sis. Sonozaki-san let a long sigh, then gazed off into the distance.
おねって昔からそうなんです。
Sis was always like that.
おねはいつも人のことばっかりで。
She was always concerned about other people. Even though they should have the same physical body, her face and tone of voice seemed slightly different from when she was Mion Sonozaki. It felt odd that the presence of mind differed, even though that the body was the same. I wasn't sure if Otobe was thinking something similar, but he was staring intently at Sonozaki-san. And he carefully examined her whole body. But as soon as he looked at her chest, his complexion completely changed.
そういえばミオン、いやシオンさん、
That's right, Shion.
傷は本当に大丈夫なんですか？
Is your wound alright? I was gonna say.
え、傷？
Huh? Wound?
あれ？
What? The bullet definitely struck her close to her heart, and there was still a burn mark left on her kimono. That's right. The bullet should have struck near her heart.
Oh.
Huh?
ああ、これは
This. Senazaki-san rested a hand on the bullet hole. It was truly a miracle that she survived.
お姉がいなかったら私死んでいたんだね。
If Sis wasn't here to help, I would have died. Shion Senazaki's consciousness was completely absent while she was under Mion Senazaki's possession. And it's unbelievable, but while Mion Senazaaki was in control, she even shouldered the burden of the bruises on her body. My god, so what is she, fucking invincible? Like, when Mion is possessing her? Jeez. This is like some weird-ass freaking explanation you're thinking of, Arakawa. Like, what are you basing this on? Damn, but this is insane. As long as Mion Sonozaki was possessing that body, Mion was the one in danger of getting hurt, so Shion Sonozaki was left unscathed, which is why she came out unhurt.
すげえなこいつは。
That's amazing.
姉さんの霊がいる限り無敵ってことじゃないか。
That's exactly what I just said. As long as you have your sister's spirit, you're invincible?
いや、
No,
そんなことはないよ。もう
that's no longer the case. Senazaki-san turned to me with longing eyes and groaned while shaking her head. Then she turned her gaze downward with a lonely look on her face.
これでお姉は本当に死んじゃったんだね。
At this point, my sister is truly dead.
え?
Huh?
お姉が夢枕に立ったのはあれが初めてじゃないんだ。
This wasn't the first time Sis appeared to me in my dreams.
それ以外でもなんとなくだけど私はいつもお姉の存在をずっと感じてた。
And even beyond that, I was always able to feel her presence somehow.
でも今はそれがない。
But I don't feel it any longer.
お姉はもういなくなっちゃったってこと、なんとなくわかるよ。
Somehow I know Sis is truly gone.
シオンさん、
Shion-san.
園崎ミオンはもういない。
Mion Senazaki is gone.
きっともう二度と現れない。
I'm certain we'll never see her again.
ずっと私を見守ってくれていたお姉は私の身代わりとなって大切な役目を果たし、この傷とともに消えた。
Sis was always keeping watch over me, and she played such an important role in my place. But thanks to this wound, she finally vanished.
そんな気がするよ。
That's what I feel. Sonozaki-san gently stroked the bell she received from Otobe with her fingers. It felt like she was trying to express her love and gratitude for Mion Sonozaki through her fingertips, and displayed her resolve to protect the Sonozaki family with that bell. Another chapter breaks so soon. Follow them! Don't let them escape! I could hear the boisterous shouts of the police officers coming from the garden. It grew quiet in the back room immediately after that. When I gently opened the sliding door, I found Miyuki-chan on the other end, handcuffing the men in black one by one. The detectives were chasing after several more men in black who fled to the garden.
あとはよろしくお願いします。
Thanks for all the help. Miyuki-chan called out to the police officers beside her, then handed the handcuffed men in black off to the other detectives, who escorted them out of the back room one by one. It seemed like everything had already wrapped up without me realizing it.
みゆきちゃん
Yuki-chan.
龍之介さん怪我はない？
Ryunosuke-san, are you injured?
ああ、血が。
Huh? Is that blood? Miyuki-chan rushed over to me to make sure I was all right. As I wiped away the blood running down my nose with my fingertips, she grabbed my cheeks with both her hands and peered at my face. A lot has happened since I first met Miyuki-chan yesterday morning, but seeing her in front of me like this, she looked really cute.
龍之介さんをこんな目に遭わせてごめんなさい。
I'm sorry to put you through all this.
もっと早く来たかったんだけど。
I should have gotten here earlier.
いいって
It's all right.
全然平気だったから
I was totally fine.
それよりこっちこそごめんな
More importantly, I'm sorry about all this.
みゆきちゃんが来る前に全部片付けておけばよかったんだけど
I wish we could have straightened everything out before you got here, Miyuki-chan.
何言ってるんです。
What are you talking about?
こういう時にこそ頼ってくれなきゃ。何のための国家権力なんですか？
Isn't this exactly the sort of situation you should rely on the power of the state for? Miyuki-chan flashed a friendly smile. Her smiling face seemed to soothe all my pain and weariness. All the muscles in my body loosened up, and I felt comfortable enough that I wouldn't even regret if I died here. I wasn't sure if my feelings were able to get through to her, but Miyuki-chan looked back at me with a huge smile.
なあみゆきちゃん
Hey, Miyuki-chan.
その約束つうか
About that promise. Huh?
いやだから
No, I mean... I continued to stammer as Miyuki-chan gazed at me. She looked like she was just waiting for the words to come out, but I suddenly started to feel embarrassed and turned away. What am I doing acting like some naive middle school boy? Don't forget how old you are! Well, that's all right. At any rate, being good friends seems like a nice place to start.
さ
Anyway.
龍之介さん、どうしたんですか？
Yunosuke-san, what's wrong? Are you all right? Miyuki-chan held my hand tight while firmly gazing into my eyes. Could it be? Is this handhold an invitation? My heart was beating far more intensely than usual. But it was a totally different sort of tension than the gun battle earlier. It felt good.
みゆきちゃん
Miyuki-chan.
龍之介さん。
Ryunosuke-san. With Miyuki-chan gazing up at me with a slight blush on her cheeks, my heart started beating so violently it felt like it was going to burst out of my body.
みゆきちゃん
Miyuki-chan. Come on, now's your chance! I pulled Miyuki-chan's hand in closer, and with determination...
うちの娘に何か
Oh! I was wondering if he was gonna show up! Yes! Akasaka! Knock some sense into this guy! Please! Oh god! Akasaka, save us, please! The original OG badass Mahjong karate champion! Oh my god! What are you doing with my daughter? Ah! Oh my god! Yeah! Is he still hot? I gotta see if he's still hot. Please still be hot. I heard a gruff voice coming from behind. I quickly let go of Miyuki-chan's hand. When I turned in that direction, a tall, slender man dressed in a suit put a hand on Miyuki-chan's shoulder and stared at me over his shoulder.
お父さん
Dad!
お父さん
Dad?
どうもこんにちは。
Hello there.
これの父です。
I'm her father. His frightening eyes were glaring straight at me, but once I realized the full meaning of that, I froze. In other words, it was hair-raising.
ですね、その
Well,
あれ
huh?
あなたは赤坂さん
Aren't you Akasaka-san? I remember now. I'm certain that that was the detective from the Metropolitan Police Department that I met while investigating the Hinamizawa tapes my father left behind. Akasaka-san seems to have changed a bit since I first met him. He doesn't even have a sprite anymore. But what was Akasaka-san doing in Hinamizawa again?
あれ
Huh?
もしかして君は荒川くん
Might you be Arakawa-kun?
はいそうです
Yes, that's right.
なんだ君か。
Wait, it's you?
てっきり娘にどこの命知らずがちょっかいをかけているかと思ったよ。
I thought my daughter was spending all this time with someone irresponsible.
いや、失敬失敬。
But no, forgive my rudeness. Akasaka-san seemed to grin broadly as soon as he recognized me. Akasaka-san, you may say that, but could you just suppress the feeling that you're ready to kill any insect that flies by?
あれお父さん
What? Dad?
龍之介さんと知り合いなの
You know Ryunosuke-san?
まあな。
Apparently so.
龍之介
Huh? Ryunosuke?
いやそのこれは
Oh, about that! I desperately tried to evade his questionings. Please let me out of here! Miyuki-chan's eyes were open wide in a daze as she watched all of this.
いや、ひなみ沢の大災害の件で隣町の沖宮に何度か来たことがあっただろう。
Well, I've been visiting the neighboring town of Okonomiya several times while investigating the Great Hinamizawa disaster.
その時、荒川くんが昔の取材テープの裏を取りに来たのが縁で、何度かひなみ沢のことで会ったりしてたんだよ。
I met Arakawa-kun a couple of times to discuss multi-Hinamizawa-related tapes he brought with him.
そうだったの
Is that so?
君もお父さんみたいに体を張った取材をしているみたいだね。
Seems like you've been doing investigating of your own. Just like your father.
だからといってあまり無理するんじゃないぞ。
But even so, try not to work yourself too hard.
はい
Okay. I tried to give a suitable retort. But the truth is, my father actually met Akasaka-san too. When my father interviewed the survivors of the Great Hinamizawa disaster who predicted he would drown to death, he started to grow interested in the disaster itself, and during that investigation, the two of them got to know one another. According to my father's investigative notes, Akasaka-san claimed that a resident of Hinamizawa predicted his wife's death. So, meeting up with Akasaka-san, who my father met during his own investigation in Hinamizawa, felt like an act of fate.
君のお父さんはいい記者だった。
Your father was a splendid reporter.
君もお父さんに負けないようにな。
Looking to be even better than him?
俺は父とは違いますから
I'm not like my father.
自分の人生を自分に恥じないように歩いていくだけですよ。
All I can do is walk through life trying not to be embarrassed of myself. His comments seemed exceedingly pure. Akasaka-san bitterly smiled. But there was a gentle warmth in his eyes.
はあ、世間って狭いものね。
Oh, it's a small world.
だったら出版社経由じゃなくてお父さんに繋いでもらった方が早かったかもね。
Well, if I had connected you via dad instead of that publishing company, I probably would have met you sooner.
っていうかみゆきちゃん、
What do you mean, Miyuki-chan?
さっきからお父さんって誰のこと？
Oh my god, he still doesn't get it. Who is this dad you keep mentioning?
え？
Huh?
ああ、これうちのお父さんなの。
Oh, this is my father. Akasaka-san is Miyuki-chan's father? They're nothing alike, not at all. How could someone as cute as Miyuki-chan be born from someone like Akasaka-san? I can't believe it. Well, he's not the one who gave birth. But I get what you're saying. But looking a little closer, Akasaka-san didn't look so bad. Oh! Huh? So the two of them really are father and daughter? Yeah, Akasaka's hot as hell. Don't you dare badmouth him. Unbelievable, impossible, absolutely absurd!
荒川君は確かに好青年だが
Arakawa-kun certainly is a fine young man, but...
お前浮気して旦那を泣かせるなよ
I called it! I fucking called it! She's married! I fucking knew it! Oh god, Arakawa, I would feel sorry for you and say that you don't deserve this, but you kinda do. Oh my god! For how you've been acting towards Miyuki-chan this entire fucking Let's Play and game. Oh my god. Wouldn't your husband be in tears if he knew you were running around with the other men?
何言ってるのよ。
What are you saying?
バカ言ってないで。さっさと準備始めてよね。
Don't be stupid. Besides, don't you have things to take care of?
じゃまた
Alright, see you later then. I gotta go solve some mysteries in Hinamizawa. And look at all these forgeries. Akasaka-san let out a small smile and bowed to me, then walked off in the direction of Mifune's corpse. No, it was more than that. How could Akasaka-san have neglected to tell me something so important?
旦那？
What?
旦那って何？
What was that about your husband?
困った父でしょ。
Just my father being obnoxious.
いや、赤坂さんの娘って。
No, if you're Akasaka-san's daughter.
だってみゆきちゃんの名字は反町で。
But your last name is Soramachi.
ええ、
That's right.
私結婚して名字が変わったの。
Changed my name when I got married.
私たち親子揃って刑事なのよ。
I fucking knew it! My father and I are both detectives.
さらに言えば私の夫も刑事。
Oh my god, is it? That's cool. And on top of that, my husband is a detective too. Just a big old crime-solving family.
変な一家でしょ。
We're a weird family. Oh my god, they used the freaking horror effect for that. What? Miyuki-chan lightly smiled as she said that. I, on the other hand, couldn't laugh about it. Miyuki-chan was married this whole time? The biggest twist! My shock must have been plain to see. Miyuki-chan deeply lowered her head and said, I'm sorry, several times in a row.
彼氏はいないんだけど、旦那様はいたの。
Damn, we are getting some Umineko level wordplay in this episode here. I don't have a boyfriend, but I do have a husband.
最初はいたずらのつもりだったんだけど、なかなか打ち明ける機会がなくて。
At first I was just playing a joke on you, but I never really had an opportunity to come clean about it. She was planning to drop the actually I'm married on me at some point and have a good laugh about it at my expense. But up until now, we never really had a moment to relax. The timing just wasn't appropriate to reveal it and laugh at the what really reaction.
もしかして龍之介さん、私のこと？
Ryunosuke-san, is there a chance that you... As she said that, Miyuki-chan looked terribly distraught, afraid to face me directly. She wasn't trying to lead me around, but she seemed terribly upset that she might have carelessly hurt me. Well, I'd be lying if I said that didn't hurt. Still, her intentions weren't malicious. She didn't seem like the type to take advantage of a man's kindness. Probably. No, nothing like that!
ただ、俺の知ってる赤坂さんの娘がみゆきちゃんだったなんて、世間は狭いなって驚いただけさ。
I'm just really surprised to learn that you're Akasaka-san's daughter, Miyuki-chan. It really is a small world.
だから全然気にしなくていいって。
So really, there's nothing for you to be worried about.
本当に？
Really?
あ、本当に。
Really?
よかった。
Thank goodness. Miyuki-chan flashed me a big grin. I had no choice but to nod to her with a big smile. Ah, goodbye, my innocent love. Well, it's not like it really began in the first place.
あ、まずい。
Ah, this is bad.
ここにいると面倒なことになるから、龍之介さんたちは行って。
It'll cause trouble if you guys stay here. So why don't you get going, Ryunosuke-san? Huh?
ここにいるといろんな手続きとかなんやらで今日中に帰れなくなっちゃうから。
I've got a lot to do here, so I won't be able to head back today.
あとは警察に任せてください。
Leave everything to the police from here on out. Miyuki-chan pushed me by the back, trying to drive me away. It certainly would be a bother to stick around in a place where police are conducting on-site investigations and interrogations. At that point, I realized that Sonozaki-san and Otobe had long since disappeared.
それじゃ、みゆきちゃん。
All right. Later, Miyuki-chan.
龍之介さん、
Ryunosuke-san.
いろいろありがとう。
Thanks for everything. Miyuki-chan deeply bowed her head. I lightly lowered my head in response, then headed out of the back room. Once I reached the gate, I took one more look at the back room, saw Miyuki-chan standing on the side, smiling and waving to me as she watched me head out. I was a little out of touch, or slow, on the subject of romance, and I was led astray, but yeah, she's a good girl. I'll send her an email next time I have an opportunity. I'll be proud to consider her a friend who endured this situation without falling into a bad relationship. Several patrol cars were packed outside the gate. So which way did they go? For now, I decided to walk in the direction I came from. Before long, I found Otobe and Tsunezaki-san sitting on a big stone by the side of the road, waiting for me.
Otobe! Sonozaki-san!
Otobe! Tsunezaki-san! I ran toward them. Then a familiar girl came walking this way from the other end of the street. Tawada-san! I'm glad you're safe.
Otobe-kun mo.
You too, Otobe-kun. So, how was the finale? Oh my god, we had some tons of samurai sword action and possession, and oh my god, it was so badass. You really missed a lot. Yeah, I guess so. The most important thing is that everyone is safe. Otobe grabbed Tawada-san's hand and gave her a huge smile to celebrate that they were both alive. Oh, Tsunezaki-san, let me return the gun you lent me. Thank you very much. Oh, sure. Tawada-san handed the gun she brought from Mion-san over to Shion-san. Shion-san seemed a bit confused, but she decided to leave it at that since a proper explanation would have taken far too long. Then, once we realized that Tawada-san came to see us off, we all turned toward her. That's right. Tawada-san, what are you planning to do from here on? After everyone left, I faced Takumi-kun and came to a decision. It's time to start over and start a new life. Oh, I suppose that the police are going to be combing every square inch of this village, so they'll definitely find his body. So, like, that's absolutely her best option. I really hope they go easy on her. Seriously, she was abused to hell and back. I wonder what kind of charge that would be. Like, it's not manslaughter, but some kind of... There's got to be some kind of self-defense angle a good lawyer could play up with her. And in order to make things right, I'm gonna turn myself in. Oh, really? Same here. I think I'm ready to start a new life. You'll find a way. Really, Otobe? You'll find a way? Is that all we're gonna have from this? Really? Really? You'll find a way. How are you gonna be able to even look for something when the freaking loan sharks are on your ass? I'll find a way to repay my debts.
親にもちゃんと話します。
So you'd rather burden your parents with this than take the money that the ghost lady willingly gave you. You'd rather have your parents pay you, like take from their lives and stop your education. I don't understand your reasoning, Otobe. I really don't. I'll talk things over with my parents properly.
探せばきっと道は開ける。
If I search hard enough, I'm sure I'll be able to find a path forward. There's already a path forward! Fucking hell, jeez.
それはきっと楽なことではないだろうけど、僕はもう逃げたりしないって決めたから。
It probably won't be easy, but I've decided I'm not gonna run away anymore. Life is like a tube of toothpaste. You have to squeeze every last drop out of it. I'm sorry. I had to do the Forrest Gump thing there. I thought back on what Mion-san said earlier. I certainly agree with that assessment. Rather than getting lost, the best choice at any given time is simply do whatever you can.
荒川さん、
Oh, Arakawa-san.
僕が全て片付けた後に、もしよかったら助手として雇ってもらえませんか？
After I've cleaned everything up, would you consider hiring me as your assistant?
バカ。俺はそんな偉いもんじゃねえよ。
Don't be stupid. I'm not nearly that important. Huh?
売れっ子ライターなんて嘘。
I was lying about being a famous writer. It's not true.
オンボルアパートの家賃も貯まって、ライター家業を廃業しようかどうしようかって悩んでたとこだったんだから。
I can hardly make the rent on my unrundown apartment. I was even thinking of giving up the writing business.
そうだったんですか？
Seriously? I scratched my head. His dramatic reaction was a little embarrassing.
半分は冗談だけどな。
Well, I'm half kidding.
けど、一つ分かったことは、俺はひなみ沢って村が好きだってこと。
But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that I've really come to appreciate Hinamizawa.
いや、いろいろあって好きになったってのが本音かもな。
The truth is, after everything that's happened, I've started to like it.
なんて言ったって、死んでるやつの声なんか聞いたの初めてだし。
I mean, like, seriously, you know now that there's life after death. Arakawa, like, living your life with that knowledge, like, seriously. Regardless of everything else, I heard the voice of the dead for the first time ever.
俺も安易だったのかもな。
I was probably taking it too easy.
楽しけりゃいいって思って、なんとなく仕事をしてきたから、この先どうしようなんて迷うんだよな。
I was just having fun with work, so I don't know what the future has in store for me. But I won't hesitate any longer. It seems like I finally managed to find my way.
俺も決めたよ。
I've also come to a conclusion.
死者の霊ってのは確かに存在するし、意志は肉体が滅んでも残る。
Like how interesting would that be? I'm certain that the spirits of the dead persist even when the body is destroyed.
時には生きている人間の体を借りて意志が行動を起こすことだってあるんだもんな。
And sometimes they need to borrow the body of a human to carry out their will.
あんたらに会えてよかったよ。
I'm glad I met all of you.
俺はこの仕事を続けていこうと思う。
And I think I'll keep going with this line of work.
近い将来必ず服部じゃなく本当の売れっ子オカルトライターになってやる。
No exaggeration, I really think I will become a famous occult writer someday.
荒川さん、
Arakawa-san.
まあその時になったら連絡してくれ。
Well, feel free to contact me if that day ever arrives.
安月給で走り回ってばっかりの仕事だけどさ。
Although the pay isn't great and the job demands a lot of running around.
はい。
Got it.
しかし参るよな。
But I'll have to give up on this story.
ヤクザのお家騒動はともかく、死者が生前のことを泣いて詫びたなんて話、週刊セブンじゃ絶対載せてくんねえだろうし、どうしよっか頭が痛いぜ。
Between the Yakuza power struggle and the dead crying and apologizing to the living, the Weekly 7 would never publish this. My head is starting to hurt just thinking about what to do with this. Otobe quietly chuckled. How could this guy laugh at a time like this? Otobe had a bright, youthful smile on his face. Then Tawada-san bowed her head to us before heading out to see Miyuki-chan. After watching her confidently walk off, the rest of us turned to one another and quietly nodded. You guys are a long way from town. It's time to get going. Along with Shion-san's voice, I heard the sound of a car horn. A black car had pulled up right behind us, without me even realizing it. A man stepped out of the car with a look you could understand at just a moment's glance, and he approached us like he was coming to get her. Sensing his power, I braced myself for the moment. Is that Kasai? Got it right! Oh, this is Kasai. Don't worry about him.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am. I couldn't help but give an overly formal response. What am I doing? Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. Then we climbed into an elegant car. The elegant car, and Kasai-san drove us down a straight road leading to the village. Otobe quickly fell asleep. He must have felt relieved. I idly gazed out the window. Then, at the foot of the rough mountains, a massive pile of rubble came into view. What is that? It looks like the ruins of some collapsed building. It's the remains of a school. It's been left untouched since the explosion during the hostage incident. Kasai, could you stop here? Kasai-san seemed to completely understand. He parked the car alongside of the ruins, then opened the rear passenger door. Shion-san slowly emerged from the car and let out a deep sigh. This is where everyone died. I lost my sister, my friends, and everything in that incident over 20 years ago. The only survivor was the boy Sis and I liked. But even he died shortly afterwards. That's why I thought. I should have died with them in the explosion that day. All this time, I thought I was left alone. Always.
Shion-san.
Shion-san. Aww. Shion-san forlornly gazed on as the wind blew through the mountains of rubble. Had she been tormented for the last 20 years by the lonely thought that she was the one but left behind? She abandoned the name Shion and lived her life as Mion Sonozaki to protect the Sonozaki family. Enduring that for all time must have been so painful. Satoshi was... Well, you know where Satoshi was, right? I don't know. They must have never found him. Your sister once told us. Life is like a tube of toothpaste. You have to squeeze every last drop out of it. Oh, Forrest Gump again. sis said that. Did she quote it from a movie?
いかにもお姉らしい例えだわ。
That sounds like something she'd say. Otobe came crawling out of the car. Shion-san's booming laughter must have woken him up. Shion-san seemed lost in thought while gazing at his face. Then once he came closer, she patted him on the head.
シオンさん
Shion-san.
あんたもしっかり生きな。
Live your life unwaveringly.
私もしっかり生きるよ。
I'll do the same.
血と荘園の日々だけどね。
Even if every day is full of blood and gunpowder. Otobe suddenly seemed to be embarrassed about a woman stroking his head. His face turned red. When Shion-san saw that, she quietly muttered to herself,
あんた、サトシ君みたいだね。
You look so much like Satoshi-kun. Huh?
なんでもないよ。
It's nothing. Shion-san turned away from us and gazed at the school while playing with her hair in her fingertips.
一瞬、あんたが昔の友達に見えただけさ。
For a moment there, you reminded me of an old friend.
ちょっと似てるんだ。
There's a bit of a resemblance.
なんていうか、こう。うん。いいやつだった。
How would I describe him? Yeah, he was a good guy.
それじゃサトシって人もここで。
So this Satoshi guy was from around here?
はい。くだらないおしゃべりはおしまい。
All right, that's enough idle chatter.
信頼があればこの戦争は一気に決着する。
With this bell, I can end the conflict in an instant.
どさくさに紛れてつけ込んできやがった近江の連中にもきっちりお礼参りしないといけないしね。
And I need to express my gratitude to all the people who are caught up in this struggle. Although it may still be a while longer until my work is complete. Shion-san whispered that, then turned back this way. The face of the person who had muttered, Satoshi-kun, had completely vanished.
シオンさん
Shion-san,
なんだい
what is it?
ぐずぐずしてると置いてくよ。
If you take too long, I'll leave you behind.
シオンさんにどうしてもここで伝えておきたいことがあるんです。
Shion-san, there's something I absolutely must tell you here.
ひなみ沢を離れる前に
Before leaving Hinamizawa,
ミオンさんが最後に言ってました。
the very last thing Mion-san said to me,
シオンさんに伝えてほしいって。
she wanted you to hear this, Shion-san.
え
Huh? Shion-san stopped in her tracks.
面倒ついでにもう一つ。
I have one more favor to ask. I recalled the moment just before Mion Sanazaki's death, when she requested something of Otobe. Come to think of it, what did she ask him?
ミオンさんが私たち次もまた双子がいいね。
Oh my god! Oh my god! She said that the other time too! Oh my god! Mion-san said, I hope we can be twins again next time.
そう言ってました。
That's what she wanted you to hear. Oh my god!
頑張れミオン。
Hang in there, Mion.
私もシオンを頑張る。
I'll do my best as Shion.
うん。
Yeah,
ありがとう
thanks,
シオン。
Shion.
頑張ろうミオン。
Do your best, Mion.
困ったことがあったらいつでも相談して。
If you run into any trouble, feel free to consult with me at any time.
私たちはいつだってそうやってきた。
That's how it's always been for us.
それはこれからも何も変わらないよ。
And that'll never change.
うん。
Yeah.
うん。
Yeah. Was that the thought she left behind before passing on? Even though I helped out back then, I was always butting in where I didn't belong, acting like a child. I've always been older than you, but did I ever grow up? Those final words were so naive. Entirely. And next came sad words, because you reminded me that you were already gone. I wasn't interested in reminiscing about the old days. I want to talk about those memories with you. I want to keep you by my side forever, sis.
おね
Sis. Tears started to well up in Shion-san's eyes.
シオンさん
Shion-san.
何当たり前のこと言っちゃってるんですか
What? How could she say something so obvious? Shion-san pulled the Tamahajiki sword from his sheath and thrust the blade into the ground near the former school building.
ありがとうおね
Thanks, sis. Then Shion-san turned and didn't look back. Somewhere among the ruins, a single playing card fluttered in the wind. That card probably dated back to the days when Mion Sonozaki played at this school. The playing card gently fell to the ground and nestled next to the sword.
ありがとう園崎さん
Thanks, Sonozaki-san.
さようならひなみざわ
And farewell, Hinamizawa. Then I too started walking without looking back, all the while swearing in my heart that I'd never look back on the past. Otobe and Tawada-san had already started walking forward. The car Kasai-san drove us here and slowly descended the mountain path. Everyone here started walking toward their own separate future, all of us starting at a disadvantage. Otobe's future involved repaying a debt he could never pay off alone. Tawada-san's future included being arrested and sent to prison. Sonozaki-san and Kasai-san's future involved fighting to protect the future of the Sonozaki group. And my future is to start building something meaningful in my day-to-day life, while panicking about the uncertainty of tomorrow. None of us will have it easy in the future. But regardless, we'll keep walking forward, fighting alone against our fate, for the right to say we lived. Mion Sonozaki and Hinamizawa Village, farewell and thank you. A refreshing blue sky was spread out beyond the mountains, shining the light of hope down on our future. Oh wow, does this have its own ending song? Well, that was the main ending of Yoigoshi. We still have actually a couple more things to do. We have an epilogue chapter, and we have that one other bad ending, so I'm gonna squeeze that in next time. Through hell or high water, we are gonna do that. We're gonna find some way to squeeze that giant ass bad ending in, as well as the epilogue, which is in a separate section of the console arcs here. As for my thoughts so far, I don't think the prologue and epilogue that we haven't seen are going to change this, but I do have mixed feelings about this. I did like the contents of what we did today. What we saw today was really cool. And the whole battle with Mion and Shion and that twist was really cool too, but I don't think it fit quite well into the rest of Higurashi lore. It's like, it at first seemed like Arakawa was affected by Hinamizawa syndrome, but in reality, he's just kind of an asshole in a lot of different ways. And he did kind of fix that by the end. And which is nice development, you know. And you know, I'm glad we had the confrontation with Akasaka. You know, that was really nice. But you know, like the whole thing with ghosts and everything, that's so far out of left field for Higurashi. Like, I don't think anything like that happened in the main story. Oh, we have a new tip, I see. Let's see what this says. Unruly girl.
しかし相変わらずとんだじゃじゃ馬っぷりだな。
You're still just as unruly as ever.
暴力団の抗争に単身で乗り込むなんて正気の沙汰じゃないぞ。
Don't you know how insane it is to jump into an organized crime conflict alone?
本当は偵察のつもりだったんだけど、成り行きでついね。
Well, honestly, the original plan was just to conduct reconnaissance. But things happened. Hanyu is like a god or a spirit. Like, Hanyu is like some kind of... Yeah, but she's like a god. She has powers and shit. These are just like regular human ghosts. And Hanyu has left this world... Hanyu left this world a long time ago. Like, Hanyu and Rika have moved on from this world. Like, long, long ago. Jess. Like, this is like about human spirits doing shit. Which just seems to kind of buck the rules of Higurashi. And, you know, I've already said my piece about, you know, my issues with basically how Tawada's story was treated and how Otobe's story was quote unquote resolved. Like even with keeping that whole situation, well, I think what it would have been a great resolution is for Shion, like she's a big Yakuza boss now, right? What if Shion were to hire Otobe or take care of his debt in some way or to help him out? But no, he's got nothing. And like, he's going to burden his parents with this when he doesn't have to in any way. It's just, seriously. I just have a lot of problems with that like with how a lot of these scenarios played out. But I did like the battle with Mion, the Yakuza conflict, and Shion. That was pretty cool, even though I don't think it meshed well with Higurashi lore. Anyway, back to this epilogue. But things happened.
もうお目当ての星はあげたわけだし、結果オーライでいいじゃない。
Well, we did secure the target, but so you can't argue with the results.
まったく
Unbelievable. She may be my daughter, but sometimes I wonder if I did something wrong while raising her. It makes me feel uneasy. Her boss and her husband would have a pain in their gut if they knew the situation here.
伊吹くんが嘆いていたよ。
Ibuki-kun won't be happy.
度胸とセンスがあるのは大いに結構だが、あの突撃思考はなんとかなりませんかってな。
Yeah, but Hanyu was like a god. Like she was a special case. He'll say something like, courage and good sense are admirable, but you can't rush in without thinking.
組対の刑事らしいといえばそれまでかもしれんが、こうも後先考えない行動を続けていたら、命がいくらあっても足りないぞ。
After all, he's got a pair of detectives who will take action without thinking, even if their lives are on the line.
伊吹課長は心配性なんだってば。
Section Chief Ibuki is such a worrywart.
虎穴にいらずんば孤児を得ずってことわざもあるでしょうに。
You know the old saying, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
しかしだな。
Even so.
それに
Besides,
マフィアの現場に乗り込むとき何度も切り込み隊長役を進んで務めていた方に言われたくありませんわね。赤坂警視正殿。
wow, you got promoted to assistant commissioner. Damn. Besides, when you're on scene in a mafia location, you can't wait on some charge commander to dictate everything you do. Wouldn't you agree, Assistant Commissioner Akasaka? Oh, there's the train. Gah. I had no reputation for that. Moreover, I'd be proud to tell my daughter of those sorts of heroic exploits. In other words, you reap what you sow.
ゆういちくんも大変だな。
This is hard on Yuichi-kun, too.
こんなじゃじゃ馬のどこに惚れたのか。一度ゆっくり話したいくらいだ。
Oh, so that's her husband's name. I need to have a long talk with him about how he could fall in love with such an unruly girl.
彼が結婚の挨拶に来た時ものすっごい鬼の形相でいい度胸だなと凄んでいたのはどこのどちら様でしたっけ？
Back when we announced our engagement, weren't you the one who said, "You got a lot of guts," with that distraught look on your face?
あの人未だに夢にまで見るらしいんだけど。
You still look at him like the whole thing is just a dream.
あれはだな。
That's...
娘を持つ父親なら誰でも一度はやってみせる当然のことだ。
It's natural for a father to feel that way for his daughter.
お前も人の親になればその気持ちがわかる。
If you ever become a parent, you'll understand the feeling.
はいはい、さようでございますか。
Sure, I guess that's the case. Miyuki shrugged her shoulders with an apathetic look on her face, clearly not convinced. She was such a bashful little girl in the old days, but nowadays I can't even see a hint of that. In fact, over the years, it seems she's become more like my wife Yukie.
本当にお前はお母さんそっくりになってきたな。
Honestly, you're so much more like your mother.
今のお前を見たら草場の陰から泣き出すぞ。
If she could see you now, she'd burst out crying in her grave.
はは？何言ってるのよお父さん。
Huh? Dad, what are you talking about?
いくら冗談でも勝手にお母さんを殺さないでよね。
You can't just kill Mom like that, even if you're just joking around.
後で言いつけてやるから。
Oh yay! Yukie lived in this timeline! Oh, that is so great! Yukie lived! Awesome! Kick ass! I'm guessing I think... Does that confirm that every timeline after Himatsubushi? I think Himatsubushi, I think that means Himatsubushi was probably the last timeline where Yukie died. Oh, isn't that great? Oh my god. I'm gonna tell it later. Oh my god. Huh? That moment, I lost my voice, struggling to understand the meaning of what Miyuki just said. Did Miyuki just say you can't kill her? Talking about her like she's still alive?
おいおいみゆき。
Hey, Miyuki.
お前何を言っているんだ？
What did you just say?
あ、そうだ思い出した。
Oh, I just remembered.
出かける間際にお母さんからお父さんに渡してって薬預かってたんだ。
Just before leaving. Mom said to give you this medicine. Damn.
はい、これ。
Here you go.
おう。
もうダメだよお父さん。
Enough of this, Dad.
最近薬切らしても取りに行くのが面倒くさいってなかなか病院に行かないんだって。
Oh God, you must have Alzheimer's. Oh no. Oh no. Even if it's a bothering me on medicine, is it really so hard to go to the hospital?
忙しいのはわかるけど、お母さん本気で心配してたよ。
Mom knows you're busy, but she's really worried. Huh?
どうしたの？
What's wrong,
父
Dad?
さん。
ああ、いや。
Oh, nothing.
I stared down at the pillowcase Miyuki handed me while trying to sort out my jumbled thoughts. Impossible. It can't be. First off, Yuki fell down the stairs and hit her at the hospital just after giving birth to Miyuki. Since then, we spent the past 29... Oh, my God. It looks like he did. Oh, no. He traveled from another world line. Oh, God. Since then, we spent the past 29 years living without her, struggling to conceal our loneliness and sorrow. So there's no way Yuki gave Miyuki this medicine. There's no chance that she's feeling worried about me. Wait a minute. Hold on, maybe this is just a misunderstanding. Didn't I call Yuki early this morning? I told her I'll be home late, so a late night dinner would be best. Then Yuki smiled and responded. Then I'll prepare some side dishes that can be warmed up quickly. Didn't she? Okay, it's his reading Steiner. I get it. Okay, it's his he's just got reading Steiner. This is just like in Steins Gate Zero, when everything got switched over to the Soviet timeline, and so many people had reading Steiner from the main timeline. Okay, it's like that. I see. And then she ended the conversation by saying this. All right, please go on ahead.
どうしたのお父さん。
I see. It was reading Steiner. Just like what Keiichi got in Sumi Horoboshi. I see. That's really cool. It's interesting. Dad, what's wrong?
Oh,
Then I suddenly came back to my senses. And that's when I realized I was crying.
何？お母さんと何かあったの？
What is it? Did something happen to Mom?
いや、なんでもない。
no, it's nothing.
ああ、なんでもないんだ。
Right, it's nothing.
Damn, that was quite a scene. I turned to Miyuki, who was looking worried, and smiled at her while wiping the tears away with my fist. Then I slipped the pillowcase into my suit pocket, pulled out a tissue, and blew my nose.
すまんすまん。実はちょっと花粉症でな。
Sorry, just a small case of allergies.
薬を飲んできたんだが、ここは結構きついようだ。
I took some medicine earlier. I guess it's pretty bad out here.
なんだ。びっくりさせないでよもう。
What? Don't scare me like that.
てっきり大喧嘩でもしたんじゃないかって心配したじゃない。
I was worried you two got into a big fight. Miyuki let out a huge sigh of relief. Even though her mouth has gotten sharper as she's grown, that gentle demeanor of hers hasn't changed at all. And so I understood all over again. That was the reason Tsurumachi-kun fell in love with Miyuki, why he proposed to her.
それはともかく、そろそろ案内をしてくれる連中が到着する頃だな。
Anyway, it's about time for a guide to get here.
待ち合わせ場所は旧ひなみ沢入り口のバス停前だったな。
Oh, the bus stop where you met Rika.
どう？
The meeting spot is in front of the old bus stop near the entrance to Hinamizawa.
ああ、それなら私、さっきそこを通ってきたから。
Oh, in that case, I came from there a little while ago.
これから私はフルデ神社に一度戻るけど、その前に案内するよ。
I need to head back to the Fruity Shrine, but I'll show you the way before that.
お父さんの車どれ？
Which car is yours, Dad?
ん？ああ、あの手前から2番目の黒いやつだが。
Huh? Oh, it's the second black one from the front.
で、みゆき、お前の車は？
What about your car, Miyuki?
いや、それがさ、さっき探してようやく見つけたんだけど。
Oh, about that. I was searching for it a while ago and finally found it.
積みにはともかく、タイヤやらハンドルやら、もうあっちこっちが派手にぶっ壊されちゃってて。
The cargo bay was fine, but the tires, door handles, and all sorts of things were completely trashed.
レッカーで持って帰っても、修理代考えると置き捨てていった方が良さそうなんだよね。
Even if I get it towed home, the repair costs are probably so high, I might as well throw it away.
Whoa!
あの車って確か先月買ったばかりの新車だろう。
Isn't that the new car you just got last month?
もうお釈迦にしたのか
You already wrecked it?
And what's more, she begged me for an expensive one, so I gave it and covered the down payment. She really scrapped her car in less than a month. I feel a headache coming on.
ねえお父さん
Hey, Dad.
その崎組に損害賠償って請求できるかな
You think I can claim damages against the Sonozaki group?
知るか
Hell if I know.
Is that the end? Yep. There we go. That was a sweet little epilogue. It glitched out for a second there with the bars, but... Oh, that was sweet. Okay, you guys. It is way, way later than usual. I don't know if there's even a purpose in making a save here. If I press continue, what happens? Okay, okay, so there was literally no reason to make a save there. And, yeah. So that was sort of kind of the end of Yoigoshi. Next time what we will be doing but we still have more Yoigoshi to do. We have that one bad ending to do. And what we are going to be doing next time is to take a look in these police case files. And these two pertain to Yoigoshi. And those are the two that we're going to look at. Okay? So that's, yep. That's what we're going to look at next time. These two, and do that bad ending. And hopefully we will be done with Yoigoshi. I have to work out how to, what's okay to skip in that bad ending, though, because it is a doozy in terms of length. Alright, so tomorrow is more a Fata Morgana, and 2 days from now we finish Yoigoshi. Well, finish, really, I should say. So until then, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.